President Yoweri Museveni mi wara mi ageki ikomliel pa General Moses Ali man ki mokene tika bino loka ngaya mchenyu luo Wan Luo TV utiena matin ento kit machenyu ini wanen ko ngoma tika bino iwie madone. President Yoweri Museveni tino fuko diko chan ko chere parliament kamake mi wara mi ageki it lieli Moses Ali. Kigwe lutich pamiri abichiel pilokum chamchana kikwed matek makatika katne ikumgi kumbeti. Minister Matini maneno lokum gamente mitedero Justin Namere ochia kudana magipika keme kitij mamegi atiati nigi borwenyo tich.
To use. He likes that it's big and lasts long.
Anti-economy.
I like that it keeps my skin smooth. Ate alina echovu. And the children like that. It smells amazing. Everyone is happy. Movit soap comes in 4 fantastic flavors. Movit family soap is truly soap for the whole family.
Movit. All day confidence.
Ajoli mate kana loka ngaya mchenye Wan Luo TV utiena matin tin nindwe piario ya chel miduma bera mwagali bario ki piario ya bichel. Loka ngaya mchenye Wan Luo TV ania pat Robert Larubi kun wachako atiati ki ngomo beru katime itenglo pat I Uganda ento kong mokwa wanen ngomo time I Kampala. Kama kiwaji President Yoweri Museveni tin uno chawa ko atiati wa parliament kama kiberu kami ye war mi ageki etlieli General Moses Ali. Kikwanyo liel Moses Ali kakikelati idie ormi parliament nyoi ot chumadit kama lutela pat uberu kikare mimi wargi mi agiki kun bene ke yupe michwalo kume gangi ya jumani kama kibichero kakana ye kum en man kimokene wanen kong history man. Ot moko chik mi Uganda tino mi waro mi agiki bod General Moses Ali. Geno bedo ki gumma tek tutual karma President Yoweri Museveni beno bino odonye kingi ka mi waro mamege mi agiki bod General Moses Ali. Iloke President Yoweri Museveni otierma tut kit magin girwat tekwede.
When I was in Libya, I met there the former Amin groups for the first time. Moses Ali was there. There were other groups. There was a fellow called Amin Mutiawa. Other people like Habib Kajimu were there. Now, that time we agreed to, the Libyans wanted us to unite, to become one group, but we said no, because of the history of our country. Let's first operate separately. Let the NRA continue doing work separately. The West Nile groups can do their work separately. Kaira can do his work separately, but we coordinate.
Otero ni Moses Ali ngatmano mar lobone matek tutwal.
Dialogue rather than confrontation where possible. The third one, he was really a lover of West Nile. Always pushing for the programs of West Nile. The tarmac road, the electricity, the issue of the veterans, he was always on the forefront. And many of his pressures on us have already brought results.
Ikit mi don lobo President Yoweri Museveni wachi Moses Ali ukela loga matek I West Nile ke nero mot kit ma ena wajo kweri kany.
The roads are now tarmac all the way up to Oraba. We are now even tarmacing the one of Ajumani, Moyo, Yumbe, Koboko. Electricity is now linked. The grid. Now, you, the people, the leaders of West Nile, there is something I used to tell Moses Ali which you must now work on. Yes, the infrastructure is now there. And we are going to expand it. There is the road from Nebi to the border with Congo. and along there up to Aru, there is this other road from Pakwach to Rhino Camp, and then along the Nile. We are going to work on those roads. But remember what I've been telling you in the campaign. People don't sleep on the roads. They sleep in their houses. So the issue of the household incomes for West Nile is something you should agree on.
Ini po ko Moses Ali, President Museveni okwanyo Jimmy Manok, ma en wiye po ingoma Ali Otimo.
I'm here to tell you what, to give witness to the positive attributes I saw with General Moses Ali. Number one, freedom fighter. Number two, peacemaker. Number three, development person. That's what I saw. I hear that even in the Muslim group, that's why his body had to be taken to Old Kampala, Chivuri, and Naguru. That's what, I didn't know which faction he belonged to among the Muslims. But apparently he belonged to no faction. He was neutral. So this is the Moses Ali I saw. May his soul rest in eternal peace.
Moses Ali uto chia bichel nindwe parbor midwe ma bir mwagalibario ke pierario wiye bichel inge berukituo I odiat nakasero. Chot ki katika ki wajati ni eno don kuono rueny kuni karma eno to kwede ono tika tiu tij mamege matek kigamente I ruami biru First Deputy Prime Minister kun bene eno chung pilwak me Ajumani West. Komedi moloni komedon kitoko chwale ate ya Jumani kama dege pamony o chiaro chibo liele idiba madit kama alipadano o chung kajolo kom en. Pelonge mo chini Wan Luo TV ikitmi doro ke kano kom Moses Ali ania part Robert Larubi. La tela lobo mi Uganda President Yoweri Museveni okati komi uchiek matek tutwal kun beno wajani chot ke kwany lutich abichel magineno lokom tich mane Minister of Works kidong dul mi Civil Aviation Authority pilokom chamchana. Koko kare kum dano maroma gena bicheli ni gen gitika tij marachi office mamegi kun kit miketo ching nene contract rometa nyim pitika wot mabe o wego bene chochot la tela lobo o karo ko wachini gen kongo wale manok. Ikin jo abichel mak nyingo katie ki wajini tie ye ngarachiel manye Patrick Mulima, Raymond Kiyaga, Dickens ahimbisiwe meno karan madit maneno lokum gankal mi tij kado ngarachiel matie karan ma nye kinoni bageya waiswa. Kon ki wachi pititono gen mir kongo betpe I office konno ki wotte timokwet I komgen. Sande akumu cheki report man.
Roads, the terrain is exactly the same because the whole section is along the River Nile. It's the same wetland area, it's the same low-lying area, but the costs are substantially different. Perhaps it could explain what the minister said, where one side the commission was more, the other side the commission was less. I don't know whether that can explain that variance. But, Chair, it really raises the issue of the cost of construction per kilometer here in Uganda.
Egarmo nyim committee parliament manalo kom gedo man physical infrastructure mawon committee muine mpaka Rwamirama mati MP member City South biamo kama mati minister matiri pelo kom tichi wajima po limon nonga kibat President Yoweri Museveni pekwanyo jabi cheliki office pian kodo tikom gemukene kimogo ni adagu timo balman. Ano wani maono nyoya tika biyuni lokom yupo guri maaki busega mecher mpigi man expressway mabene uwele kimerla pera wakaperwate iket maono yup tikwere choni.
A contractor based on preliminary designs and the scope. Is this true or not?
That is true.
Have you just informed this committee that you had a design?
Yes, there was a design by CAF.
Okay, but this was a preliminary design. What you did, it's like a draft, not the final. You use the draft design. I just want to use that word for people to understand. You use the draft design to commit government to borrow. Is this true? Is this not the design you submitted to African Development Bank?
Yes, it was the design that was submitted for appraisal. And
it was the design you used to borrow the 547?
Yes, yes.
Biamu kama wadebolu member me committee man ni mono jima pol meneno tiye lokom kom beri tengyo tutwale bene ilokom project me yupo gudi kene tiye busega me mpiji kidong mitiana kin guru muken mapola tamo kene tiye foot poto kama koro tiye komjumaki. Eno weni mono engineer moken mapolo meru diro chodoki wako bot IGG kamo kene madongo wako tichi bene lokti komgen kwete ka waranyim meniang ngoma gen kutim ken moro ki wigin ilokom kwalo gentini ene.
Parliament approves a design that has an express toll and interchanges, but the contractor has signed a design that doesn't.
En beno meni mon man yo wero tien lok mo wero permanent secretary Gang Kalmeno odong kitiro dir en waki office man Bageya Waiswa.
Don't you be accountable? Nobody's going to take you to court. But the moment we can know the truth, the better.
Gamente magicharo idmwakani eni polenen gima takti kum luini kum chamchana dok President Joel Museveni wani mono project manopegi tii mabe dan wengubu no lete tek ngat moro ewie en ilokom jente man. Ministry avam yamuka mabeno wani mono kache put pia gineno get kotid mo matia tipe gumero limbot company meken matitid magamenta yomie mano mago contract. Malupe ke warga mo akibot gankal yupo expressway mano bedo kilomita piro adek tona birni dulme African Development Bank yomi yechente dogono tichman kimiyo eching dulma kilwon mono China Civil Engineering Construction Company Limited man CCECC mano don kom tichme kom meke kome oi percent pier ngwen wia biro tona chela beach kadon limege tiyikwere onodong owoge percent pier ngwen wia bungwen tona ngwen niyo edwem ya bichele memwagani eni. Project man makichago idwemi apawi achel imwaga alibra par bungwen no miondo tumwaga duma apawi ario imwaga libari pirwa bor telokini mono peki maro tiago tijman karani kome pieni mono koko tima pol dok bene tidong fute mo chungwago en ikom yopo gudiman. Gamente okero chiling billion mia bich piarngwen mia biaro tone abich en nikom yopo en gude ni kunwe polewa kibot chente melim den magigamo ki African Development Bank. Ngat ma omako tich puro miero chul woko chiling billion piara bor yario tona achel ma en ogamo woko kar mochago dulma achel megedo ni eni. Ikara matika doro komiti man won komgi MP mpaka owen gimit kinge mabe ji mogo matika time kom yupo gwir man kit mage biyobu ked gwir pen ka bero mokene bokara kidago ngoma kibitimo kibena lokolo ngoma mioro betie wek gwir man kata ka yubo pedako loko dok pero ikit migwoko ka bero maoromowa. Ikara matika gamo lokman ne board committee ni engineer Isaac Wani mati commissioner me National Roads Tedul me gankal mati chigin wote lobo Uganda owen mon project man uyatiko ochung wakata pieni mon contractor no peki mi boten tiente dok bene jima pol mano kimi yume chako tijno do tumwako ento project putpe yao no nyeke kamoke ken. Ikar mabene ti nyim komiti man engineer Wani owani wono gino peke yope mateko twele komiyo jima pigi tego maono ya nyim komiti man pien jima pol moti mechon ano futpe ya gitiego kwedo kore. Pelo gange mochwiny e Wan Luo television ania sandiako.
Minister Matidi maneno lokom gamente mi tedero Honorable Justin Namere o chiaro ko chiaro lutij matek total negien mirgo keme kitij mamegi nene bene gedwa o dero ke ker magen go penye yetij we ko tij mamegi unen kako polla jone goborwenyo tij mamegio eno wajo lokman ikarma eno bedo ka woti o yat madit matie i Guru Town ma eno cherati i Chwero Health Center 3 kamu logo ki daktari kilutij mapatpat magi aki i Gulu District. La Church pa Wan Luo TV Johnny Sanyo Chakachon o lobo ko lokman onen kong matut ki bot en.
Machalo in la tich pagamente omiere nene imako kurni kachela chel tich makichuni iye ni omiere ti mabe kid manomiete kwere kacheko ibirwenyo tich mameri. Justin Namere State Minister me local government ikar maolimo odja chwero El Center 3 igulu district wajuni polo tich unogu ola chen katich dogman ni omiero pomede.
People sit at the hospital from morning to 3 p.m. The locals told me it is the first time that health center had no patient by 4 p.m. They told me it is the first time since its inception. They told me otherwise people sit there until they get tired. One of them told me that they worked on Saturday and got tired. Today and I was tired. So they are not back until Thursday. If you're not back until maybe Tuesday or Monday, but Thursday, that's a week gone. Ugandans are stranded in these medical facilities. And one of the fastest solutions is we need very, very close monitoring of these facilities. We need close monitoring. In fact, we are planning to have a call center where all these facilities are under surveillance 24 hours.
Eno medo ni luenye kum chamchana miero keto chwiny dok lok me wach kum pemite kani tich jubu bero me wore kin piny lebo ngej pangat mo neno kid malu tich gitie kwere ka tich piluak.
So long laziness, so long corruption, so long negligence, it is all long gone. There are spot checks we are going to do when we have spoken to the district authorities. And they prepare that we shall go here and here. There are spot checks we shall do out of the navy blue. You just see a minister at your school. And we are not going to stop because it's working. So I want to assure you Ugandans that your cries are being heard. We thank you. You're sending a lot of messages, a lot of empathy, a lot of encouragement. You are really standing with the fight to expose the corrupt and to clean up local government. I want to thank you, Ugandans.
Namer owajoni kurlu tich mogo magiberu kamokene kagichero ka tich I district monini umiero guchak beru kikunu unyo guwek tich pagamente pieni palu tich palu tedero.
You even find that, for example, some government facilities, there were even staff quarters at that health center, but people were seriously commuting from Gulu. So this is just about people not understanding what government service is all about. And that's why we have to bulldoze common sense into some people. We literally have to bulldoze common sense into some people. And we're going to do it. If you cannot get out of Gulu City and go to the district where you've been deployed, leave the job. There is someone in Noya who is willing to sleep in Noya and be at work at 7 to attend to Ugandans. They are there. I even saw some opposition MP saying, Honorable Balam and Honorable Namere, you're being too harsh to the thieves. Now what government employees are going to do, all employees in local government are going to put down their tools and they want to go back to work. Kindly do it.
Tich man time jwayo lok me keng tich paluak ke jwayo lok me chamchana ikim lu tich pamiri wek jame magamente chwalo u iching luak maite dero mekelu don lobo mamite pi Wan Luo TV Jonisani uchaka chon Igulu City.
Igulu District, gamente makono nyo gamente mitedero odwako chiene maromo bilion adek mani mwagali bario ki piera rio uye beach o mwagali bario piera rio bichiel chien iya dolim pagamente. Wel chiene mapat patie makikati kwede makikarubeni doktich ni wako dotich mapat pat. Ento kid magen gutiyu kwede chiene nenchalo pigutiyu kwede mabete twal onyo bene pigutiyu chope kid manogen go karo kwede I work plan. La choch pa Wan Luo TV Ismail Jacob Jones obedo ke kar mitoro chiene man kit makikero kwede kongwa mwiny matot kibot en.
Medwako piny wel chente magulu district gidwao imwake mwaka Justin Obol simple man won koma bij megulu district wajen meno gibe chimo ludir magilo cho lutin medwako pero man piny.
We have been the only district that managed to commit most of the project money. We did not send project money back to the central. The money that went back, which is about 3-point-something billion, not 5, because I have the record, was actually salary and pension money. That was basically what went back. And it is because recruitment has not been done for a long time in Gulu, and so the money for salary and recruitment has been going back, which we are already working on it.
Ubol o wajini meno chente ma peke tiyu kedeni, uberu chente ma kichwade department ma pat ma Gulu district dog bene, pole ti chente me chulo muchara palo tij ma peke choy game.
In the month of August, we will have first or second week, we shall have a full council meeting. We will constitute all the board, including district service, which is supposed to handle recruitment. People have applied. They are waiting for only recruitment interviews, and finally, staffing gap is concerned. Gulu will perform this time well because people have applied and we are going to recruit. And therefore, if at all project money for building schools, hospital, and other roads were the ones going back, then we could say we didn't do our part. But from the time I was sworn in May, we managed to commit all the project money, did not go back. And that is how serious we have started work, and I promise you of good results in Gulu.
Ubolu wajin meno do teach ma pol pegi choy gi piani kara me teach pa District Service Commission magene teach gi tieme choy le teach no do tum wakam.
The first thing is recruitment, which we are already in the process. 2, pension depends on the record of the pensioner. There are some pensioners whose records are not clear. Some of them died, and their spouses are the ones following the issue of their payment. And therefore, I believe when they are helped by the human resource to correct those anomalies, things will be okay and they will get their money. It is not good when a pensioner come and keep coming every day following the money and he or she is not paid. And so our human resource will really work hard to make sure that this issue is sorted out.
And check again ma tek to le kar me ka chok me cancel ma chel nyo mario ma buti me de ma bor mo gaman gibenen ni gichi mo wako bod ma pat me kin gitie ye District Service Commission I magalim ma ka te Gulu district gudu ko chente billion a den tane a beach a beer a chel dag bene kum chente man bilionario tane bichela dek a biero obedo chente me chulo muchara kadong chente million mia bongwen ki piero a biero Obero metimo project mokenem Ismail Jacob Jones pe Wan Luo television e Gulu district.
Luak magekwo e Gulu City kidong lao gokatiati kagujolo yup mi karikla mi fonyolo tino pere man ki wajini karikla mi fonyolo tino kla chiel mi oe kla dek maketiero ati I die luak neno kitma kiroma duako kwere deyo mi fonye ikin lutino matino tino. La Church pa Wan Luo TV Jackson Kitara wajini Dulmi National Curriculum Development Center NCD NAO kati kaobino ati kanero kitma gen giromo ilokwede ruam mifonye ikumalo mi Uganda waner matut ngoma eno kati kwede utiano matin
Rebecca Acheng ilok tiuta unyo la funy pa lufunye igang kwan Guluko Primary Teachers College ojolo curriculum maki yubu ieni ka wajo ni man wega lutino bedo ki kare mitimu jami gi ki komgi.
It is also based on competency based curriculum where we see learners directly involved in getting the knowledge, practically doing what they're expected to do.
En opor curriculum machine ni pe miyo kar ki lutino kwan mitik ki diero gi ino fonye.
The assessment strategy that was used is not competency based. Most of the questions would focus so much on memory, the knowledge. But now we expect learners to be able to do things practically. And you see how they're doing. If they've achieved the expected outcomes, then the assessment is also based on what the learner has done.
James Lango Patuni la funy mafunyo igang kwan Vanguard Primary School I Gulu City ofoyo curriculum manyeni ka wayo tame ki kitma obi mere ruam funye kwede
miu latin ngeo ngome etimo bedak gin ma latin kwano ci wer dong igang kwan latin ngeo long kwan manyen en ma curriculum manyen ma ki kelo moko beti ma ki lu revise ni bu koy latin ritual me bero practical timo jemo kom jema ke timo come donc an ma cha la foñ a jolo curriculum de toile pen mario ti practical gin mo watia la tin tima dok bene weko latin ng'eyo kit ma mier chak wo kere ki primary 1 mi okay primary 3 ma de ke bene curriculum enini tieo ikinwa gin ma pida ko yenya pida gin ma ke kwana bene ki buk en curriculum gin ma dui wan neno en wo neno ni gin pier petek en tin mo bi non utika neno ni gine mo wa bir ka wek ni kano pier tek
Ruot Justin Ujara Lawat Ruot me buobo manam Inwa district bene unyur foche yu curriculum ka waju tame
ajolo ki chia pa pieni obo weko ngech ma chere wi luteno ruate ki gin ma luteno mer gutim ki komgi manong we kin pachi igain lega ruate ki tekwarwa ruate ki ngech ma kombeti munyoni tutwale kala ten matidi uniango chon weko ber ki gum mi don kere kome
Maureen Napera la diet mangiu lok me fonye paloteno kwan primary ijang dul me National Curriculum Development Center waini gin pegi loko curriculum ento gi yego iye ma wego gi ribo jami mogo ma no tie chok ubeda chiel.
What we have done in the current curriculum is to cluster similar things together, reduce redundancies, and have what you call a competence-based approach to learning. We have revised to ensure that we have the themes clustered together. So in the current curriculum P1 to P3, you have 36 themes. But now we have 6 themes, which 6 themes go through P1, go through P2, go through P3. We only increase on the depth.
Pilok angea Wan Luo TV and Jackson Kitara.
Afoy matek Jackson Kitara pi report meno wachirati beno wachinen ngoma tika a Ilau sub-region kon wachirati I Kalaki district kama kiwajini kimiyo tam I dano mapat lutela kidong joma gitie ikin gang binene gen go kate go waro tuero pa monto kidong lutino kich kiwajini pol karne ka gang do dong iching dato kidong lutino kich lara beru matek tutwal ma ini benetika nyayo pero matino ikin gang logmano kate karmadano berika choke mo achil ma odlega ayoyubo man eni odlega mi Redeem International onyo dul mi Redeem eni okatiko kelo yub mana tieti bodano neno kit ma keromo tiyo kwede kuro ilokom lara ngom la church pa Wan Luo TV Kalaki district Michael Onyinge tik report man
Jotel apapat I district me Kalaki eno tioko woto puony butluak me jo me piny yepone ameda kipore mako karachiel kede da adulion gi totumere ikumkop ame maker karachiel kede sikao jamini meda jo oto puonyere ni ameda obedo kakere Iete Mekalaki district Mekalaki enameda okwa jo piny meneno be kilubo isulia kame abumenti kame kitima kokup moro ni kene abakere karachel keda puserun idwe kich arabo miere me ngata moro ni kene da otoye Pulida ametiyo karachel kede erionget meda Redeem International Lilian Omulangi enade opunye jo piny dieko wacho be liado jopore turo twero meda apuserun karachel kede da idwe kich kameda chwargi arabo papagida otong.
Coming to say that widows have a right to inherit property that belongs to their spouse. So if the late husband had his property, then all that property should be able to devolve to the children and the wife whom they have left behind. The woman who has died, then that property should be able to devolve to the husband and his children.
Asonga tada obedo Senior Community Development Officer Mekalaki Richard Esupu enade okomedo mino achora mere butluak jome piny.
Ima ka udolio nyuang uning'eyo lenga yaro mention nyingi iko kwanyo loni iko wadi ko will gini wadi ko will ya teke di zaman bege no tin buto do chalamana la nyingo bore eno yaro tero lobo me turang mako turang de ton chukuna leo ye iwinyo settlement ton chukuna leye donan bubu ara bedo da lono ko kelo da ko bala ingeu mon totolojo bedo ko doko tek. They didn't get the expectations. I would have melo ni poremio. Then it bibo bi lokere mitori amulo ni lobo. Liye twerere. Samati kwa tekerbe kai tinu timu decision moro mitodi ingicha nyim. Mitodi ingicha nyim. Then another thing. Tie chuokane makumon kadanoto. Uyenin mako dako. Do kai mako dako li mako lobo. Itenu winyo. In jamo mwet boyo ni mwet boyo ni diko weko nyo iweke ngor ne won do ni mito mako dako to lobo da do bubu kai mako dako no idwe mi nywali pacho no libus bedi lobo no itenu winyo idwe mi nywali pacho no idwe go yotoke idwe ni ilobo ni cha libu bi kwany iwambe kitanga uro lono aduong no lo choto de we ko idwe megare nani ni medo mega dek kada pore donyi lo baloni. That is wrong. It's really a yamano. It is win. Then monti atitino I would put it out tete inyo tole ayero ba duong aritidi nane to pore tete ke miti chuo to kai ni mito bili baladako idwe mi nywalo kano lidwe bi busdong ilobono kinywal kano chwa idwe go butuai do bi teke de tuero men nyumbu banyien do ka nyomera nyini weki dwe go tuai iloba papa gino liabo bi dikeli dwe ni mi nywalo ka kelo tuai ilobo ni tin winyo
jome piny en ada bintie karachiel kede apeny apapat diki wacho be kopa me maker karachiel kede tok kede suya kame abumenti en ameda pore neno be oribo gina karachiel
tuan aja dan ilmu Tuhan Yonwa jatuh balai makan ale bayamu kopa atinda tuan dia ini coba gahaman di kodolan di gini nyo di kopa lubang ini itu deh kopa lubang deh punya deh pinang itu
Nga nga wich nambri. Lobo mita jo sebeng. Lobo sebeng lobo. Tien kado ida butu to midwe koto. Jo sebeng lobo bet patwan konyo gi karmanyi.
Todo kado police surveying. Jo apart magdo lobo me apuserun kedi dwe kibenyo.
Jo apart dongo da pore sebeng di kokonyi dwe ko daro.
Asonga tada mako karachiel kopi kom idwe karachiel kede miere iya jange me police itubad me East Kyoga Rose Atim Ariamo enada owacho be jodede tikede twero aroma amerda kurtu twero angata moro.
Let us support these widows and orphans. Let us support them. The ones to help. Don't wait to go to court. Redeem to come, then you go to court, then later you say, she passes here, later I'm returning the land, after you suffering there. You are the one to support that widow and the orphans.
Michael Onyinge, Wan Luo TV, Ikalaki District.
Fodi tikanero longe mchenye Wan Luo TV utiana matin ania part Robert Larubi wameta nyimu wachetong wachinen ngoma tikabino ilokum turu. Dulmin National Council of Sports okate ko karo chiek nyo plan kit momiro dul motika chone mi neno lokum turu go bien kwede karachiel ikaberu mapat la church pa Wan Luo TV Anthony Papira Tik report man.
National Council of Sports ukate kichiek matek magoro wi Federation of Weng maloy lokum turu Uganda. Dr. Bernard Gwel eno karo kilok man kono waini Federation matie oni Weng umiro guchone ite National Council of Sports maluke kichiek manyen magikati kere inyim parliament the sports law.
Enjoy the privileges associated with the recognition by National Council of Sports, including eligibility for government funding, official representation, and participation in the programs administered by National Council of Sports until such time as they lawfully qualify for registration. But of emphasis, for those ones who have failed, and we shall be able to gazette in line with the requirement of the law, that means anybody or any group of people can now apply to be registered to run a sports federation.
Mente umio billion pierangwen we adek kulo it National Council of Sport mi pokonero it federation ini weng maguno kona nogu chone it National Council of Sport piani kende eni petie pe federation achiel nyuma nak ken confederation madongu team applying enaye ubero gen pierangwen we abero ento apara chiel enaye ukati madongu no waraga manyuta ni gen gumete ki teach mamege aber mukene gitie ki waraga manyene gi gen mino certificate we kano gen bene gi mini gi butchene magamente umium Dr. Patrick Gwel and waini chente eni dong pachen marom piara bich kulu dong tie roy ki begma meggi chalo National Council of Sport wek dong gen gi poko ati bot jo mano gi tiki waraga miti.
Others also say if the schools are participating in the sport in the district and in the school competition, that is presence of the sport in the district.
En beno kwer la juaj kuri tim mo bereka time yang mano parliament mogo ke duli madi mo mero chere federation mano chone kontwero dongi duake chingien we karno gen gi pok maroma roma ke jo mano gi tike waraga miti. Ye Pool Association of Uganda Athletic Association kachiel ke Federation of Uganda Football Association gena yegu kuonongo waraga ma achiel kainge mukane ni weng dongi mini ge waraga neni chon no waneno federation mi udilu ye pol kare chiero ki chente madit tutual ikid mi pok ka nen gamente uchwalo chente bot National Council of Sports ento wangi chik eni dong petika tich nyurni pokedo beberu marom dano weng binongo chente maluka ki tich mano gen mero timune pe kare mano chente eni tie mero gi kede lokum turo ki Anthony Papera bi Wan Luo TV.
Afoy matek in mibedo kwedwo tier matin kanen logangea muchwenyi Wan Luo TV amero foyo lo chochwa weng maguyele neni wakelu logangea idano wego betki ngej mati ikare weng konkumeno utier matin ania pat Robert Larubi program mokele tika bino omete wono kanena Wan Luo TV.